discussion, we will be talking about the standards. So there are three different standards in the mathematics curriculum. We have the learning standards, the key stage standards, and the grade level standards. So for the learning area standard, this is true to the whole mathematics curriculum. So it states that the learner demonstrates understanding and appreciation of key concepts and principles of mathematics as applied using appropriate technology in problem solving, critical thinking, communicating, reasoning, making connections, representations, and decisions in real life. So please take note that the emphasis on the use of appropriate technology, because we cannot use one technology, whether traditional or digital, in one particular lesson. So it will be different per kind of topic, or yeah, per topic. So we have to choose it properly, and we have also to make sure that it's appropriate to the level of the learners. For the key stage standards, we have this is up to grade 6. So from grade 4, 5, and grade 6. So that is the coverage of the intermediate grades for mathematics. So at the end of grade 6, the learner demonstrates understanding and appreciation of key concepts and skills involving numbers and number sense. This time, it is being specified that it involves whole numbers in general. We have number theory, fractions, decimals, ratio, and proportion, percent, and integers. In measurement involves time, speed, perimeter, circumference, and area of plane figures, volume and surface area of solid or space figures, temperature, and meter reading. Geometry, on the other hand, involves parallel and perpendicular lines, angles, triangles, quadrilaterals, polygons, circles, and solid figures. Patterns in algebra involves continuous and repeating patterns, number sentences, sequences, and simple equations, while statistics and probability involves bar graphs, line graphs, pie graphs, simple experiment, and experimental probability as applied using appropriate technology and critical thinking, problem solving, reasoning, communicating, making connections, representations, and decisions in real life. So for grade 4, we have the specifics under each grade level, so grade level standards. So the grade 4 student or learner demonstrates understanding and appreciation of key concepts and skills involving numbers and number sense. This time, whole numbers up to 100,000. So in grade 3, that's only up to 10,000. Now grade 4 is up to 100,000. Multiplication and division of whole numbers. Order of operations. So order of operations is already introduced in grade 4. Factors and multiples, addition and subtraction of fractions, and basic concepts of decimals including money. That is something new in grade 4. In geometry, we have lines, angles, triangles, and quadrilaterals. While for the patterns in algebra, we have continuous and repeating patterns and number sentences. Again, this is being mentioned in the previous grade levels, but the level of difficulty is already higher than the previous level. Measurement, time, perimeter, area, and volume. And statistics and probability now have tables, bar graphs, and simple experiments. So simple experiments was not mentioned in grade 3. And all these as applied using appropriate technology in critical thinking, problem solving, reasoning, communicating, making connections, representations, and decisions in real life. That is a grade level standards for grade 4. Grade 5. The learner demonstrates understanding and appreciation of key concepts and skills involving numbers in number sense, whole numbers up to 10 million, right? 10 million. Order of operations, factors and multiples, fractions and decimals, including money ratio, and proportioned and present. So if we are going to compare it with grade 4, more or less they are similar, but the level of difficulty is one step higher than the previous level. Geometry has already polygons, circles, and solid figures. In patterns and algebra, we have sequence and number sentences. Measurement, we have time, circumference, area. So circumference is already involved because you have circles also in geometry, volume, and temperature. And statistics and probability has tables, line graphs is already here, and experimental probability. And again, as applied, using appropriate technology and critical thinking, problem solving, reasoning, communicating, making connections, representations, and decisions in real life. The last but not the least, this is the last grade level for intermediate grades in teaching mathematics. So we have the learner. The grade 6 learner demonstrates understanding and appreciation of key concepts and skills involving numbers and number sense. This time we have divisibility. So divisibility was never mentioned in the previous levels. Order of operations. We had order of operations mentioned. This one is a bit higher. Fractions and decimals, including many ratio, proportion, percent, integers. And geometry involves plane and solid figures, something new. Patterns and algebra, the same, but we have already sequence, expression, and equation is already introduced in grade 6. Measurement, rate is and speed is introduced in grade 6. Area, surface area, volume, and meter reading, these are something new in grade 6. Not mentioned in the previous level, so new topics. And statistics and probability, you have tables, pie graphs is already here, and experimental and theoretical probability. So these are all new topics in grade 6, and that is in preparation for the next level, which is grade 7. Again, as applied, using appropriate technology and critical thinking, problem solving, reasoning, communicating, making connections, representations, and decisions in real life. So as uh, uh, intermediate mathematics teacher, it's very important that you know these content. Also, you have to know the level before and after. Why? Because if you it's important that you know the concepts being taught, the level before, so that you can be able to revisit these lessons or just simply make a review to check on their level of understanding of the foundation of skills. When you can also revisit in order to make connections of the current lesson, so that it will not be something just it's like learning according to their prior knowledge. So it's very very important to be able to do that to in teaching uh, elementary pupils. Okay, learning also, knowing also the concepts to be taught in the next level, it will also challenge you as a grade 6 teacher to be able to give importance to topics that will be needed for the next level. Let's say, for example, expressions and equations are very much important because these will be uh, the introductory concepts of all the algebra lessons. Um, what else? The pie graphs, experimental and theoretical probability. These are already, you will already have the higher level of statistics and probability as you go to high school. So these must be given emphasis. But it doesn't mean that the other concepts like numbers and number sense will not be given emphasis. So these are the lessons that should be learned within the level. So it should be a challenge to the teacher on how she or he is going to budget her time in order to cover all the topics. Okay, so I think that would be all for the standards, the different standards in this class, teaching math in the intermediate grades.